Brad, if found guilty, R. Kelly could face a maximum sentence of 195 years in prison. And that's just for the federal charges here in Illinois. Federal prosecutors believe Kelly is a danger to the community and a flight risk, and they're asking that he remain in custody while this case plays out. That will be up to a judge next week. R&B singer R. Kelly was arrested in front of his home at Trump Tower last night and brought before a federal judge on charges filed in the Northern District of Illinois. Prosecutors say Kelly and his former manager conspired to cover up several videotapes Kelly allegedly made of himself having sex with minors. Prosecutors say they paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in hush money to victims and their families. Perhaps the most shocking allegation, that Kelly persuaded one victim and her father to lie to a Cook County grand jury investigating allegations against the singer back in 2002. Today, R. Kelly's attorney argued that Kelly is not a flight risk.
The man never missed a court date in the 2000s when he was charged with the case. He hasn't missed a court date. It's the worst kept secret that he was going to get charged federally, and he hasn't fled.
Meanwhile, the singer was also indicted in the Eastern District of New York for racketeering, transporting a woman across state lines to engage in illegal sexual activity. He's accused of kidnapping, sexual exploitation of a child, and forced labor. Federal prosecutors said Kelly and his managers, bodyguards, and other employees acted as a criminal enterprise to recruit women and girls to have sex with him. They'd target girls who attended his concerts and arrange for them to travel to see Kelly.
So the indictment is covering a 20-year period, and that's what the racketeering charge allows us to do, to look at this as an organized criminal activity and to really go hard after R. Kelly.
Now, as our viewers know, Kelly was already facing criminal sexual abuse charges in Cook County, but CBS 2 legal analyst Stephen Block told me these federal charges could trump that case. They are much broader than the charges that Kelly has faced in the past, and they allege that the singer obstructed justice and used his money and influence to escape a conviction in 2009.
I mean, one thing that struck me, particularly with regard to the allegations of obstruction and racketeering, is that the government cannot really bring these charges without having insiders who've chosen to cooperate against Mr. Kelly. At this point, that's not certain. We don't know it. However, I think it's likely we will find out in the coming weeks and months that there are people who used to be close to Mr. Kelly who have now turned against him and are cooperating with the government.
Now, the matter of Kelly's bond will go before a judge on Tuesday. In the newsroom, Megan Hickey, CBS 2 News.
Where's my daughter at?
The same charge he had
Kelly
before?
is in there right now in jail. I want to know where my daughter is. Where is she at? Answer that question.
The new charges sparked a tense confrontation in Atlanta. The parents of Jocelyn Savage, who claim the singer brainwashed their daughter, interrupted a news conference by R. Kelly's publicist. At one point, they had to be physically held back. Savage denied being held against her will during an interview earlier this year. Kelly's team insists he's innocent.
We're prepared. We have a great cast of attorneys that's working on this case, and we're looking forward to Mr. Kelly day in court, and he's proven his innocence.